it's this is real stuff, and it reminded me as I heard you talking about it. I was in my early 20s, maybe in my mid 20s, and I was, like I said, trying to play my songs for people and hoping they were as excited about my songs as I was. And it wasn't really working out that way. And one day a friend asked me if I would go sing at a men's prison. And I'd never done that before. I was a little nervous about
Yeah.
that. And I thought, what are they going to do to me if they don't like my songs? Like, what's going to happen?
This could get
So,
real.
yeah, all the stuff. So I go and I go to this room, and there's about 12 or 13 inmates, and they come and they sit them on these steel folding chairs, and it's in a cement room. I mean, it's the antithesis of everything you'd want in a venue.
That's right.
You know,
Except for a captive audience. You did have the
right,
captive
right,
audience,
yeah,
but
well, yeah, exactly. Only thing is, like the worst audience, the most difficult audience I played for was five middle schoolers who were in detention. It's like, you know,
my
try to get them to
dude,
laugh.
that's funny. That's funny,
So
man. Gosh.
so here I am with all these guys in this prison, and I just, I jump off the cliff, man, and I pray my wings will open. And And it was amazing what happened. I never forgot it. That's why all these years later, I'm telling you guys this story. By the end of our time together, I spent about three-quarters of the time with goosebumps, shivers running up and down my back. These guys are crying, they're laughing, they're hanging on every word. And I haven't seen this happen for me.
Isn't
Seldom
that
if ever,
amazing?
you know. And at the end of it,
And they're grateful.
yeah, at the end of it, I'm packing up my stuff and I'm by myself in my head and I'm saying, oh, it just happened. Like, how could these songs that don't move anybody suddenly be so magical? And I hear a voice, not the way I hear your voice, but I hear something inside of me. And here's exactly what it said. Did you ever stop to think that maybe those songs were written specifically for these men for this day? And that's why they haven't moved other people. And I
Okay, now
thought,
you gave me goosebumps.
you know, and
Same
and
here.
and then that same feeling inside of me. Here's what it said. It said, "Is that okay with you?" And I just thought, wow, and I don't know what happened at that moment, but the struggle I'd had for so long of feeling like, maybe I'm not getting it. That was around the time that I told you that I got that phone call from the Gaithers. And on the
Mhm.
heels of that moment, when is that okay with you? And I said, yeah, that's okay with me. Maybe that's a lesson for me. And then things started opening up after that. And I just think there's lessons that we learn and there's doors we walk through to get to another door. And if we're willing to just show up and follow your passion and don't get sidetracked. Like my football coach used to say, if you're going to go digging for gold, you have to move a lot of dirt, but you're not looking for the dirt. Don't get
Right.
focused on the dirt, focus on the gold. I don't know. You write 100 songs, you're hoping to get one that's like everybody wants to hear it. Right. And so that takes a certain kind of countenance and a backbone to basically say, yeah, that's what it is. But if you love
You
it so
know,
much, you just keep
uh,
keep going.